Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Hello, Zebra, Blue Stinker. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday. I need a nap. There you go, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I need a nap. Like 6 o'clock comes around and now my body's like, you know what I really want right now? Sleep. You know what you didn't want like an hour ago? Sleep. Screw you, body. Really happy Monday. Guts, it's Tuesday. We're over Monday. You planned a 1 hour nap today, slept for 6 hours, badge? I mean, that sounds lovely. I mean, your sleep cycle is completely ruined. That's why when you have a quote-unquote nap, you set an alarm. And then you don't have a 6 hour nap. Monday is easier to type. I mean, it's one less letter. I mean, yeah, it's been one letter easier. Sure. It yearns for an app. Monday's a state of mind. Yeah. Because Monday reminds me, oh yeah, I gotta go back into work and actually be productive. And that means I have to pay bills. And that means, yeah, that sucks. Hello, low-key game dev. Welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. So yes, Monday's a state of mind, in a sense, but it still sucks. No matter how you spin it, Mondays suck. Whether physically because you have to work or mentally because you realize why you have to work. I wish I would win the lottery already. I know I don't play the lottery, but I wish I would win it. If I'm lucky enough to win the lottery, I should be lucky enough to walk down the street and find a lottery ticket. That's my mentality. Because the chances of that happening are pretty much almost equal to finding a random lottery ticket. Because both of them are basically near zero. No, but technically speaking, my family already won a lottery. The chance of winning a second lottery is even slimmer. So, yeah, we're not. No point in me playing. Usually, I mean, there's like a couple of people in all of history that's ever won a lottery twice within a family or a person, but statistically speaking, not even worth trying. Is that because they had you as no? No, I want a green card to come to America. I wasn't born in America, but I came to America because our family won a green card in a lottery. So the chance of winning a second lottery is unheard of. Sounds like me with extra steps. Well, I mean, it happened after I was born. So, delayed lottery, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, definitely not because of me, though. Take the win? No. I do not know how to take a compliment, and you will accept that. Okay? God damn it. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for the 5 bits. Enjoy your first icon logo thing. Name escapes me. Today we're doing animations. We gotta get the actual music animations in. So that's the plan for today. We're going 3D to 2D, sprites to Unreal. There's some music involved. So we start here in Blenderland. If you start to look at Steamworks, no. Is a tool used to upload your game to release to Steam? No. It's a lot of steps. You don't have to. Don't worry, Izzy, bro. You don't have to walk those steps. You can sit down and just like, you know, push your rolling chair along, and you'll get there too. So you don't have to step. It's okay. You can take 0 steps. Can't find your dev app ID? I mean, I'm sure that if you reach out to them, they could probably tell you. I'm gonna guess. Hitch along and get pulled. Yeah, there you go. You get pulled along. Ew, human contact with customer support. Would you rather customer support be it AI, Blue Sneaker? Let's be honest here. Would you rather it be AI? I just realized I didn't make a note of the original size of the character before I... Then the hate can flow. I mean, I guess. It's 1.5. AI customer service is 90% unhelpful. Well, that means it's 10% helpful. If it's 10% helpful for 1% of the cost, I don't know where the math is going with that. I was throwing numbers out of my ass here. So many frames. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. It almost looks like his joint is like sticking out because this doesn't seem weird. You're flying out tomorrow on Air Canada. Wish me luck on Nice. Where are you flying? Also, is Air Canada bad or something? I've had relatively decent experience on Air Canada, especially compared to like United. The other island pay. What is pay? I don't know what pay is. Prince Edward Island. Not a clue where that is. Is it a long flight? Are you gonna survive such a long flight? Atlantic, Canada, the birthplace of Canada. You say that like I know where this is. North of Boston. I know Boston's Massachusetts. If you ask me where is Boston on the map, I'll point somewhere in the like slightly upper right area, probably where that little bend is of the state, somewhere around there. I think is maybe where it is. I couldn't point out to you every single state. How long is the flight? That's gonna be the easy ask. How long is the flight? Because it takes 3 hours from Vancouver to Northern California. 8-hour flight. 3.5 hours of time zone change. And a half? There's a half time zone change in Canada somewhere? What are these half time zones? Why do they have to complicate things? I learned about freaking India having a half time zone like a while back, and that surprised the hell out of me. Until that point, I didn't even realize half time zones were a thing. I thought everything was divided into like 1 hour periods. Sir Stanford Fleming did this to us? Well, he's not with us anymore, so why do we still have this? Is that how it works? You introduce something and then you eventually pass away and then it gets revoked completely and utterly start over? You have one in Brazil and Brazil is not as wide, so Canada should have two, I guess. I mean, you also don't celebrate, you also don't celebrate, you also don't have time zone changes in general, right? Hello, Saw Hills, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's good morning in India. Is it morning? I'm not surprised. It's probably the other side of the world. It's afternoon here. PST, MST, CST, AST. AST? There's Pacific Mountain, Central, and East. Those are the four time zones. I don't know why I'm counting. Pacific, Mountain, Central, and East. Which, by the way, doesn't make sense because Central is not in the center. Just point that out. Central is not in the center. East is in the East. Pacific is next to the Pacific. Mountains, there's mountains. The Central is not in the center. You used to have summertime and we'd move the clock 1 hour later thing. But useless president removed it a few years ago. And now you're going to suffer again in about 2 months. When the time changes and then you'll get another 1 hour increased difference between us. To be fair, everyone should be like you, Guts. No one should have these time changes. It only causes problems. So, I mean, technically I agree with you. Just, I'm jealous, basically, is what I'm saying. Most states have the same time, but the most other states Is 1 hour behind? Yeah. Yeah, I know I switched to daylight savings instead of time zones, I know. I know. I also know that this is coming out. What happened? What is this shit? Sun? It's been nice without the sun for a little bit. Why is it coming out now? Why is do this for me? Some things you need to do photosynthesis. No. I refuse. No photosynthesis. It's gonna get hot? What do you mean it's gonna get hot? What do you mean? Oh, it's gonna get hot starting Friday. No, not this week. But starting Friday. It's gonna be consistently unpleasant. Look at this. It's like, today's nice. Today it's very nice. And then what is this shit? It's just consistent. Go away. Here's the problem. You know what the problem is where I live? It's either this or rain. And I don't like either one. Hey, Skronak, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm just not happy at any time. I miss San Francisco weather. You know what San Francisco weather was like? It was like mid-50s and cloudy, and like foggy. There was no sun. It was great. I miss that. How come you like living there and always complain about the weather? You always complain about things you like because you wish they could be better. You know, San Francisco is far worse right now. It's like filled with homeless. It's gone, it's gone to the shitter ever since COVID. It's gone real bad. Like crime in San Francisco has been super bad. Like it's just the whole area. When I say San Francisco, I don't mean literally just the city, but like just area. Although San Francisco specifically has gone real bad too. But yeah. Does he have logs on his back? And is he playing tic-tac-toe on his back? Or trying to play tic-tac-toe on his back? You're watching Cutie podcast and she said when there for some event, she stayed in a hotel and 2 Uberers told her to not leave at night. And when night came, she said the streets looked like a war zone, police did nothing. I mean, depends where you live. I understood what you meant. I mean, I'm guessing she stayed downtown. Like, I've always lived outside of a major city's like center. always. I never live downtown or anywhere close to downtown, basically, no matter where I've lived. Like, I grew up in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, but I would never go downtown unless I had to. When I lived in LA, I think I've only ever had to go downtown like once or twice when people came over and they wanted to go somewhere specifically. Like, I just avoid even here where I live, I've been downtown 2 or 3 times, and I have no plans to ever going again unless I'm forced to, basically. Downtowns have never been good anywhere. They've all been shit in my personal experience. So, yeah, it's it's never been good. So yeah, San Francisco's bad, but to be fair, they're all not good. Oh, you're gonna try to find the actual neighborhood? Like from the small city downtowns are good, large downtowns are not good. Yeah, I usually like to live at the outskirts of major cities. So like in a smaller city outside of the major one, or like on the like outer edge of the major city, basically. Like, outskirts, perv? I mean, yeah, but I grew up on the internet, so that's expected. So, yeah, then I get the benefits of, like, the major city in terms of, like, I can get anything I want. Like, it's still gonna be all nearby, but I don't have to deal with, you know, the higher crime rates and stuff like that of being actually in the center of it all. You want on their org battles? Is it Hupu telling a story with knots? I mean, there's no real knots, unless you mean like rope knots. I don't know, just X's and zeros. I don't know. I mean, I have no clue. You'll never see it either way. It'll never happen. Ever. Ever. And now we hit the play button. And then we get render. No one has decoded it yet. I don't think orcs are that smart. I should point out, when I say, by the way, I like to live on the outskirts, I still like to live in like large apartment complexes. So when I say outskirts, I don't mean like, oh, there's little tiny houses and like, no, I could never afford to live in those kind of areas because that would involve living in a house. It still has to be relatively rural, or is rural the opposite? I don't remember. Relatively packed location. or at least have apartments in there. To unspecify them. I wish I lived in the really quiet areas. But I have not won the lottery yet. Someone told me that in Canada you don't pay taxes on lottery winnings. Which, you know, does motivate me to try to play the lottery, but not enough to actually play the lottery. You tried to reproduce rune... What? Fractal dithering technique in a real... I don't know what that is. It makes it so you can determine things like cities and rivers before generating PCG. I don't know what that is. Fractal dithering technique. I know dithering is like the thing in the material to make it fake transparent, but like every other pixel or random pixels become off. But that's the limit of what I know of dithering. I think what you're asking for is very advanced and beyond my understanding. I wish I was smarter, but I am in fact dumb. Welcome back, Guts. I didn't realize you left. Welcome back. Staying at an old hotel in the... Oh my... Oh, pfft, yeah, okay. She found the worst place. The worst place in San Francisco to be. So Tenderloin District, despite the delicious meat of its name, is basically the district that everyone knows as where there's a bunch of homeless, drug addicts, and bunch of yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the district of drug addicts and homeless and crime, and yes, and that's been like that since way before COVID, and it's probably a whole lot worse since. Yeah, you don't walk there. So yeah, it's good on her driver telling her that, because yeah, that's not a good area. He's putting it to use in his new game, The Big Forest. That's cool. I mean, what can you not do this? Can you not then use his technique? I mean, he already created the technique. Could you not already use it yourself? Just swap the nodes out. You're going from Unity to Unreal? How's the transition been? What have you liked and not liked? What do you miss? Yeah, a year ago, it was better. You like blueprints and missed some coding. I mean, you still code. Right? You still code. It's not like it's gone away. C++ is not your favorite? You know what's my favorite? Blueprints. Not a single line of code actually written. That's the best. Not a programmer, it seems up your alley. I'm not a programmer either. If that's written in programming language, I'm not even going to be able to understand any of it. It's funny if you think you haven't been here long enough. You'll soon understand that I'm not very smart. You'll get there. You'll get there. The way I learn things is trial and error. If I can't trial and error my way to the solution, there's little chance of me actually getting anywhere. Okay. All looks good. I wish I was smarter. You think you underestimate yourself? Coding is about logic and you just need to apply the syntax. It's much harder to understand logic and blueprint. You're just lazy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've said that many times, because that's not a secret. I'm extremely lazy. And I find coding just extremely boring. That's my problem. I'm very self-aware. Like, when I try to do coding, like, I get it. And then eventually I just get bored. So bored, and I can't. Every time. That's how you learn? Talking you into learning it and then telling me how? I mean, you're not gonna be able to do this one. You're not gonna be able to talk me into. I tried learning coding multiple times. I get bored every time. I can't be bothered with the, like, oh, I missed capitalization of one letter and now the thing doesn't work. Oh, I forgot a semicolon and now it doesn't work. Oh, there's this. It all has to go. I have to use this weird thing where I have to just put everything in parentheses and then put some random variables split by commas, and I just have to remember it, what order they are and what they are. And I'm a visual person. I don't like any of that stuff. I can't be bothered. Let's put it all in nodes and I'll do it. I have been given the option of not needing it, and I'm taking it. Okay. That is all of them. Let's load it in. Oh, it's all of them for this. Let us clean this up, Epic. How many years has it been? Let us clean this garbage up. Sound decision. Well, it's a decision. I don't know about sound decision. Yes, agree. Yeah. We should be able to organize our content that we get, because they don't organize it for us, and we should be able to organize our own projects as well. We should be able to put folders and organize it however we'd like as well. Fab first? No, Fab. There's no hope for Fab. Why did that just close? There's no hope for Fab. Let me organize this though. Here's all like the projects, right? Like, and I have more that have backed up. But let me organize this. This is like, let me organize this, and let me organize this. Like, there's some of the stuff that's just old UE4. Like, I don't need this anymore. They got the boy and his kite. I just want to remove that from my library entirely. Why can't I? I want to hide it. We should also have a dialogue system, but I mean, there's plenty of dialogue systems available. So you can also create your own now with state trees, relatively easy. There's a tutorial on it on YouTube. So yeah, that's everyone was gonna want their own dialogue system. I'm fine with that not being like implemented. Dialogue system is very subjective in how you want it to appear, how you want it to work. You want above the characters, you want like a visual novel style. There's too much stuff there. So I understand that one, but organization, everyone uses organization. The same organization. You can filter based on the engine you have installed. Why show me a project that you can't open? But you can always open it in a future thing. What do you mean? When you try to install a plugin, you can always try to install it in a future thing, in a future version. It'll just tell you that, hey, it's not compatible. Are you sure you want to try to install it? And you can still say yes. So, like, that's the thing. If you're on Unreal 5.6, you open a 4.7 version. I'm not sure. I don't know if you can go back to Unreal 4.7, but I know you can do it for the Unreal 5 versions. It'll just ask you, like, I think things might break. Absolutely. But you can definitely try. Now, here's the thing, right? You can still install 4.7, right? If you see it requires 4.7, you might be like, well, I want this plugin. Maybe I'll make a game in 4.7, right? So I get that, like, not showing you whatever it is, but of the same logic, I should be able to filter it. I should be able to filter my own projects by version. I should be able to filter this by version. These categories got ruined. These categories were good when it was the Unreal Marketplace, and now this is garbage. Look at this: characters and creatures, characters dash creatures. What is this? The fact that this could be a thing just shows how much garbage this is. Environments. Please tell me the difference between these environments. I'll tell you this: if I have just these two turned on, I don't see every single environment either. Because maybe the environment's a dungeon and not an environment. Such garbage. Such garbage. God. Why? Why they do this? Hey, Al, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Preach it, sister word. Trying to do a data table because state tree equals no tangle mess. How do you... You can read data tables from a state tree, though. So I'm not sure what you mean by no tangle mess. You can put all your logic into state trees and just have it read based on your parameters. It's a go, and state trees are amazing. You start getting into them. Yeah, they're great. I can confirm state trees are great. Look at him drum. Look at him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It depends what syllable you stress when you say environments. Seems like you were saying a straight state tree. Yeah, so you're hard time with behavior trees? Yeah, behavior trees are not as good. State trees are so much better. I mean, I think that's definitely subjective in a way, but to me, state trees are far more intuitive. For me. If some were to go, but they're so much faster, so much less intermediate code things. Oh yeah, being able to just tell it to go from like one spot to another and just continue there is nice. There are some things that I wish were different, absolutely, but I think overall I've liked it more. And you could even put them on your own character, like on your player character. So I'm gonna imagine how he's drumming. Me, who is not a drummer or musically inclined whatsoever. We could probably on this one actually kill the verticality. Yeah. Yeah, we can kill the verticality on this one. I can change it while it's playing. Change all the materials. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's good. Save. Render. Hey, Sworn, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Shouldn't you be sleeping, my good sir? Isn't it like super late for you? Should. Okay. As long as you're aware, you know. Then you can make a conscious decision not to, of course. 323, 322? Yeah. Okay, Dan. Go to bed, son. If it makes you feel any better, I don't actually have the power to make you go to bed. Just, I want to point that out. In case you were wondering, I don't actually have that power. But if I did, your ass would be sleeping. While still having the stream on. I appreciate the view. Don't forget to like the stream. Make sure you're subscribed. Ring the bell. Go on to Twitch and throw a Twitch Prime my way. You know what I'm just saying? Leave it on, go to sleep. No, if you do that, don't leave the stream on because that's too short. Put on like one of my playlists and make sure that it auto plays to the next song. Oh, next video. And then, yeah, you go to sleep. Good background. You'll learn PCG passively while you're listening. Totally. Not quite your type of sleeping music. You'll be asleep. What do you care? Learn PCG while you sleep. Totally those language videos with 8 hours. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. You'll get some good background noise, and I'll get some good watch time. It's a win-win. One of these days, one thing I've been considering doing is making a single video that is the entire like 5-4 building series put together. Just putting it all together in one video. I just releasing that. Making people go to bed properly involves coding. I mean, yeah, if I start coding, people will fall asleep, but not before I fall asleep. 2 weeks? No, it wouldn't be a stream. It would be a video. Dude, come on. I don't have the time for a 2-week stream. That's ridiculous. Although I am taking a week off in October. So I'll probably do a scary game at least one day. Maybe BioShock. I'm not sure. I haven't, like, that's not set in stone. So there'll be one day at least that I do a scary game for stream. If you build it, they will come? Not necessarily. How many people are they? Also, they could be, you know, 2 people. Right, as long as it's plural. Is BioShock scary? Is it not? I never finished BioShock 1 because it was. I never even got to the Big Daddy fights in my first time playing it. Because I was like, I don't like this. Oh, 3's not scary. I'm talking about original. BioShock 1. 3 is definitely, like, very much. That was actually, to be honest, I mean, I don't know. Let's find out. Well, I have to put in my age, so that's a good sign. I don't know why. Why do I have to put in my age? Why does this exist? Why does it put my age in? Steam, you have my age. It's part of the account. You know when my account was made. I'm pretty sure my account is longer than that. 1970. So many people are born in January 1st. It's amazing. Oh yeah, here we go. FPS, story rich, atmospheric horror. See? Right there. Horror. Horror. It's before an action. Horror first, then action. No, but horror first. It's a horror game before action. There's more horror than action. I have 1 hour on record. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll play Layers of Fear. I've tried to play that multiple times. It has not gone well. Layers of Fear, 2016. Yeah. Layers of Fear, 28 minutes. You can't even play a 3D Pac-Man without losing your cool? What do you mean? Horde the janitor that worked there and had to mop up maybe? Wait. Oh, for BioShock? BioShock is as scary as wet noodles? I mean, have you ever seen wet noodles? I'm sure in the correct dish, that will scare some Asian people. Yeah, I don't know what kind of. I know, you know, Italians like their pasta, so I'm sure for noodles, there's probably some Asian country that really does not like noodles a certain way. Like wet. Also, if you want to piss off both sides at the same time, just say that noodles and pasta are the same thing. Yeah, this is how you would piss off both sides equally, right? In case you want to know. Layers of Fear is good. I mean, I heard good things. If you thought Bioshock was scary, you should try Plants vs. Zombies. You know what? I will totally play Plants vs. Zombies. That's a fantastic game. The first one, obviously. What if it was rice noodles? What do you mean? What if... I don't understand the question. Gonna rinse rice noodle? I had some rice today. I rinsed my rice 4 times, I think. Is it rice or pasta? Oh, pasta is with spaghetti. No? Or not spaghetti, with well, pasta is a thing. And noodles are a thing. But noodles are not pasta.
Pausing for ads.
Have you ever played Worms Armageddon? Oh my god, that is such a good game. Worms Armageddon. I played that. Oh, that is the freaking the best Worms game there is. Worms Armageddon. Oh my god. I'm getting a drink. I'll be right back. Dude, Worms was so good. Worms Armageddon was the best. As the one I played first, it was so good. Oh my god. You just play against the AI. The AI was so good too. So much fun. I even remember I was playing, like, I enjoyed like a bunch of different Worms games. Nothing even compared to Worms Armageddon though. Scariest gaming moment is the sound cutting off and loading icon pops up next to the cursor. I don't remember that. The missions were impossible as hell. You never actually finished the last missions? Oh, I beat the game, for sure. I think only once, but so much fun. So much fun. Ending the boss fight in Conker's Bad Fur Day? You want to know what the scariest thing is? It's beating. I mean, I can show you. See if you can find the clip of it. Dude. Here, I'll show you something absolutely terrifying. Everyone say hello to Ko. Ko is wonderful. Ko is playing Terraria. And he's fighting a boss he was on for hours and hours and hours. And here he is.
Oh, yes!
He just killed the boss. And that right there is the scariest thing in any game. You fighting the boss that you have been struggling with for hours and hours. And you beat the boss. And as you beat the boss, it will crash and it will be all gone. Everyone should feel bad for Cole, but that is the scariest thing in any game. 5 hours wasted. You know, he doesn't do like over the top reactions and stuff. That's not his style. That's not who he is. But that is the horror game. Because you're left with true dread at the end of that. Boom, ba boom, ba bum. Yeah, we got music. If only I had. I mean, theoretically, if someone was talented enough and could give me a drum note for each one of like each position of the drums and what it is hitting, I could theoretically time it exactly to be what he's doing. But I don't know if what he's doing is even actually like good music or good like drumming. So that happened to you at Aliens Fire Team? Yay. Wait, what? No. Aliens Fire Team? I have not heard of it. But based on the name, it reminds me of God, crap, what's the game called about fighting hordes of bugs? Hordes of ants, basically. Shit, no, I forgot the name. You remind me of that game. There's like a bunch of them. Ah, poop. What's the name of it? No, no mining. Earth Defense Force. Earth Defense Force. Gameplay. Gonna find some gameplay for you guys. Found a video game donkey video, but that's not. Can I? Why can't I find any gameplay? Just give me some gameplay. Hold on. You just fight large well, those are frogs. So yeah, there's like large ants and all sorts of things. I don't really play it myself. But I know about it because it has definitely a following, I'll say. So, but yes, that is somebody going out and fighting giant frogs with pistols or with some kind of weapon, shotgun. Oh, yeah. Welcome to Earth Defense Force. This was Earth Defense Force 6, by the way, so that should tell you how popular this game is, okay? The fact that they've made 6, and I'm sure there'll be a 7th. So when you're thinking about, oh man, what's another great game that has lots of, sequels like Final Fantasy, think Earth Defense Force. This city doesn't look like it's worth defending. Oh, the poor people. I forgot to do recent first. Have you watched Unreal talk about making sounds in the engine? No? I have not. I pretty much don't watch almost any Unreal talks. I find them very boring and not informative. There's like, they go on for way too long and they cover things that I just don't care about. And the things that I care about and want to hear are like 5-10 minutes of the hour. And I cannot be bothered to sit there and listen to the hour to get the 10 minutes or the 5 minutes. So no. It's why I don't understand the whole live stuff. I don't want to, like, if I want it to be educated, I don't want it to be done live. Give it to me in an edited video and put it on YouTube. That's it. That's all I want. I don't want it live. Like, if it's supposed to be like specifically for like educating. My streams are clearly not for educating, so it's fine. But yeah, I've not found any educational live streams good. Maybe one day I'll find one. Has been successful, or the devs were obsessed and they had a great idea. I mean, why not both? I mean, like this video here and now. This is not a video. This is a live stream. Nothing educational here. You might learn something here and there, but I mean, at least you're interacting with us. The thing is, you can at least interact with me, right, on this live stream. Like, I reply, but like, you're not really interacting with the stream, like once you're going to like those kind of big successful ones, right? Any Unreal talk is just too big. Why can't I? There it is. It would not let me rotate. the hell? Once you go that big, it just becomes you can't interact. Or you can, but like as a collective, it's not the same. This is a long one. I'm sure it's a great one. I'm sure this is a great melody. I wish you could hear it. Save C. Hey, kind clowns, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What fixed the drum bug from last night when they were stuck in the air? We're stuck in the air. A delay. A delay fixed it. Now, what caused the bug from last night where they were stuck in the air? I can't answer that question, but I can tell you how it was fixed. It was with a delay. I don't know why they were stuck in the air. Well, I know a delay fixed it. See, that is me in a nutshell. I don't know how shit works, but I know how to make shit work. You first go to the toilet. You take off your pants and preferably your underwear. You sit in the toilet and shit works. The talk was called Real-Time Music, creating procedural music from scratch. Oh, yeah, that wouldn't have watched that then. That is already way beyond me. I'm partially tone deaf, as I call myself. So that is... When I say I'm partially tone deaf, what I mean is, if you play to me the same note over and over and over, or like the same two notes, like A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Eventually, if I'm not paying attention, I will start hearing B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A. As in, I can make them go up and down in pitch in my head. So what it actually sounds like, like you could play this, even the same note over and over and over, and I'll hear it go up and down, up and down. Might as well be tone deaf. I mean, I'm not literally tone deaf where I can hear differences. It's just my brain is like, I don't know. Seems the same to me. Did I scale him to 1.5? I didn't. If it fits, it sits. Is that what it is? Yes. Yes. Sit backwards for hard mode? No, that's not hard mode. That's if you want to eat something. Then you have a little table in front of you. Right, you just put your bowl of food on the... Right, and then you're good. That's if you're hungry and you need to take a shit at the same time. I can't do that, unfortunately. To clarify, I can sit backwards. That's not the problem. My problem is that I have a toilet like this, so I don't have like a nice. I don't have a nice table for me, so it's just less comfortable with no benefit. Yeah, you know where it's from. Skronek, yeah. That's exactly where I know that from. Also, that totally looks like two eyes and a little mouth there. And this is very clearly CG, but I guess it doesn't matter. Good old Tosh.0. It's been a while. I never watched like all the shows, but whenever it was on, I'd watch it. So many. Oh. How many are there? 884. 925. 936. 936 total. My goodness. It didn't hit 1,000 mark. But yeah, I'm not good with audio. I wish I was better. Not enough to do anything about it, mind you. But I wish I was better. Because I know if I practiced, I could get to the point where I actually distinguish like different like pitches and stuff. I know I could. But I'm too lazy. If it wasn't abundantly clear yet, I am very lazy. I'm also contradiction. Even in my college days, I called myself a contradiction. I called myself a hardworking, lazy person. That was me. And even these days, I still go by that. Where I am a hardworking, lazy person. I will work very hard so I don't have to work at all. I will make something so I don't have to do anything. I remember there was like an IT job I had for at one time, and we had to fill out a form. And there were like multiple places you filled out the same information. And so I spent like multiple days writing an auto-hotkey script where I could just get this information and have it auto-populate the entire form for me by pressing a button. So I worked hard for that little bit of time, and then I could be very lazy. It was great. That's the kind of stuff I do. That's the kind of stuff I do. I work a lot, and I'm very lazy. He's so happy. He never connect with the he never connects with this thing. It never moves. Oh, my goodness. They didn't even animate the old drum thing. I don't remember how it's called. $935 frames. All right. Blink. Let's do it. A sprite really needs a way of showing like the full frame number here, and not just the 2 digits at the end. Like, I understand maybe that it's not used to working with such long sequences. Come on, A sprite. Come on. Right, this sequence is 117 frames. It'd be nice if this was 117. Just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know where I'm going to put this sequence yet. It might be one of those where I have him do another sequence and then play this sequence, because this seems like if you're running out of time, this is the sequence that plays. Wouldn't it be fun when you decide that you need a higher camera angle again? I think that bridge has sailed. We've tried everything at this point. Even when I thought I had a good idea, I realized the folly of my ways. It's just not possible. Like, what I'd basically need is a way of having a perspective camera for everything except the mobs, where their shadow specifically is rendered orthographic. But even then, it still doesn't solve the problem. No, even then doesn't solve it. Because the ground is perspective, so it'll still move. No. There's no solution possible for what I want, basically. I cannot think of one, and I don't think anyone can think of one. And I pose that as a challenge. If anyone can think of them, like a genuine solution to what I want, I'll PayPal them $100. But is this right? Yes. Please line up. Yeah, lines up. It lines up. Like, one idea I had was if there was some way to just render out a really weird distorted like effect, or somehow the bottom of the like render was the feet like straight on, but somehow the higher up it went, it's like a camera was bending up. But it would need to like do that as a render, basically, as a weird automatic render, but it's not possible. And then it probably wouldn't look good either. Duplicate them, make it black, and stretch the sprites. No. But that doesn't solve the problem. The problem is the feet are not on the ground. Just to begin with. The feet, when you're looking from a top down, are not on the ground anymore. Because they're hidden or whatever.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Right. And if the feet are not touching the ground, that means the shadows are not going to be correct either. So, yeah. No good solution. Right? The higher up the camera goes here, the less you see of the feet. Unless you see of the feet, the more technically this drum is lower to the ground. At which point it will be the lowest thing in the ground in terms of this 2D space. And when that happens, that's it. Doesn't work anymore. It works if you have an orthographic camera. Then lines up beautifully. But otherwise, no. Unfortunately. I will gladly, throw $100 at somebody's way if they figure out some weird way of getting me to have both, basically. I think that'll be the least I could do. But I'm not holding my breath for that one. $100, you're listening? Well, you weren't listening before when I was saying $100. Run around the shadow? No, you can't run around the shadow. Doesn't work either. No, Scrona was talking about what if I want to change the camera back to up, and I'm saying no, that's not possible. We cannot have a top-down render and have it work. We've gone through this adventure. It's not possible. I don't think I have the... Yeah, I don't have the I don't have the angled one anymore. Although I have a YouTube short of it, so I could probably just pull that up. Show it. No, I'm offering $100 in case someone does figure it out a way. I'm willing to even throw money at it, basically. But I have no hope of anyone figuring it out. Yeah. But if someone does, like, I'll be willing to throw money at them. Let me see. Where is it? Why is it? Not you. Ah, here we go. Yeah, so it's this, right? These are top-down perspective, right? But you could see, I mean, I just let the freaking, I could have me in the past speak. The problem is right here. As I'm moving around, I can tell that these don't stick. If you look at this leg or this leg, like just any of these legs, as I move around, you can see relative to the floor, it doesn't stick. And it makes sense it doesn't stick. Compared to these guys, the foot relative to the pixel does not move. That is their spot in 3D space. Very easy to tell. Here, not so much. Yeah, but that's the thing. If there's a way to have these stick, and have the shadow make sense and have them be stuck there, visually they look a lot better. Blow out the scene with light, no shadows anywhere, boom, $100. No, because that is still, they're floating. No matter what, he's floating in the air. That still doesn't solve the problem. It solves the shadow problem, sure, but doesn't solve the problem of him floating in the air. Right? He's clearly floating in the air above. There's a gap between him, right? And when you move left and right, you can see his foot, right, is above this pixel, and now it's above this pixel, right? There's no solution to this. But if someone somehow finds a solution, I'll throw money at them, basically. Gladly. Oh, I haven't done the normal map version yet. But yeah, I've given up on a top-down effect, basically. It is not possible. At least with my brain power. I'm sure that there's someone out there that is far smarter than me that can make some custom setup that would work. And it could be done probably through like some weird like decal based projection, so that way the feet stick. But duplicate it to the location of the feet. What? The location of the feet is up in the air. What do you mean? Shadow's feet location. Change the angle of the projection based on the angle left and right of the camera. So yeah, so that fixes the shadow problem. I've done a test where I attached a spotlight to the camera and had it do the shadows for the sprites, and then it looks like it's stuck to, like, it doesn't have the shadows moving around. It kind of sticks the shadows, but he's still up in the air. He's still up. It doesn't solve the problem of him being in the air. Right? It doesn't look like he's stuck on the ground still. Because if you look at where his position is as you walk around, because you're still moving in perspective, the camera is still in perspective. So that means you'll see the difference of the parallax of him and the floor. And if you see that, then it breaks the whole thing. So somehow he needs to be stuck on the floor, which is not possible, basically. At least I don't think it is. So one day there will be a solution for it. It won't be today, but one day. And it probably won't be by me. Actually, it's only 8:14 and the lights are on. It's finally getting darker earlier. Well, the shadow is the natural shadow cast by the lights. I don't have like a sprite for the shadow. That is the shadow of the world. He's lit. Lighting affects him, as it does everything else, and it needs to. Because now I can have lights from any direction. So the shadows have to light up. For that to line up, his feet need to be on the ground. For his feet to be on the ground, they have to be the lowest pixel. And you can't have that when you have an angle. Because an outstretched hand becomes, right, as I go lower, lower, becomes lower and lower on screen, which is lower and lower towards the ground. Right? See how this breaks immediately? Right, because if you look at it like, right, orthographic, right, his feet line up straight. As soon as you go angled, right, this is lower, the bottom of this is lower than his foot. If you angle further, the bottom of this drum is lower than his foot. So that means on a 2D image, this is on the ground, this is in the air. Can't do it. Shadows are, again, there's potential solutions for the shadows. The problem isn't that. I mean, that is a problem, but the bigger problem is the fact that he doesn't stick on the ground. Hey, Thelani, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. It's urgent. Is it though? Is it? Is someone dying? What's up? Doesn't seem very urgent if you haven't sent the question yet. It's way here. Okay, we're almost done importing these frames. $95. Come on. My mic arm squeaks. I don't like it. I need to lube it up. You guys know any good lube for my mic arm? It's definitely for the mic arm and nothing else. I think I might know what's going on. Yeah, it's a freaking virtual texture because it was too big. I know what the problem is. It's too big. That's what she said. It's too big. So it came in as virtual textures. How you can get started on city or kind of modern town ground surface? In what sense? What do you mean by get started on a city or kind of modern town ground surface? Ground surface is a material. What do you mean by get started on a city? Hey, Insight, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Running all this with the shadows in place already? No. We cannot do translucency for these guys. And either way, that doesn't look good. I've tested it. That also, again, does not solve the problem. Again, the shadows are not the problem. I'm repeating myself, but shadows are not the main problem. They're a problem, but they're not the main problem. Glad you like them, Insight. Thanks for the support. I need to change the layout to this one to packed. Yes, overwrites. This is gonna take a while. You know, PCG, but it's different in this case because you first have to lay the city ground for putting houses. You know what I mean? Please. Well, I don't know what you mean. What? Why do you think I know what you mean? I want to be asking you if you knew what you meant. What? If you want to do the ground, do the ground. But city building is one of the hardest things. Why does everybody keep asking me to do city building? City building is one of the hardest things you could possibly do. I don't understand. You know, the cities we see in the Fab Marketplace, they have the ground and the sidewalks, then buildings. Well, the ground is just a plain or a landscape. Or geo. Usually this is done at the same time as the sidewalks, I imagine. I feel you need to figure out what you want to do and how you want it to work first. I think you're jumping ahead 20,000 steps because you're asking for basically the sun and the moon and the stars while, you know, on the beach in Hawaii drinking, you know, a margarita, enjoying a nice sunset, and you are currently stranded on an island. Broke. That's basically like, gonna take a while to get there. There's no single tutorial I could possibly ever do in the time, in a reasonable amount of time. I wish I could, but I am not magic. Did I see the Matrix sample pack? You mean the Matrix demo from Epic? The one that they spent months of time, a large team, lots of money on, and Houdini? Yeah, I've seen that. They had to use it entirely that cost them probably hundreds of thousands of dollars to accomplish. Yeah, I've seen that. What about it? I feel like recently people have been asking me to do a city builder or I feel like recently people have been asking me for city builder more. I don't know why. I don't know if someone made a video like, watch this, it's so easy, and then people thinking that it's easy or something. I don't know. Are you making 3D models of sprites? Yep. Yeah, these are the sprites. This is the model. And it's packing them because it was too big of a file. Asking how or what they used to... They used Houdini. If you want to learn how they did it, learn Houdini. Houdini. It is an extremely powerful piece of software. Very, very powerful. You know, PCG is like a drop in the bucket or drop in the ocean compared to Houdini. If you combine PCG with geometry scripting, and you still get drops in the buckets. In replacement of using soil texture, what do they... I don't... I'm sorry, I don't understand. You keep repeating the same question, but I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know which. It was a city. There's streets. And there's buildings. I don't know. If you're not talking about the street and you're talking about the buildings, I have no idea. Genuinely not a clue. Re-import! This time it should be better, because this time it should all fit inside of a... Well, in less than 16K wide image. What they used to cover the Unreal Engine landscape would create when you open a... I don't have I have no idea. You're asking again the same question. I still have no idea what they used in the Matrix demo. You can download the Matrix demo and take a look. You can download the assets. They're all available. Nothing stopping you from looking yourself. It's a good educational experience. Import. How's the image look now? Ah, look at that beautiful grid. Ah, beautiful. Zoom in. Ryan. Oh, that's as much as I can zoom in. I can't even zoom in. I was gonna be like, I can zoom in Ryan his butt, but no, I can't zoom in that far. It won't let me. What genre is my game? A deck building roguelike ARPG. Akin to ARPGs combined with a deck builder and Binding of Isaac. And yeah, that. I'd show you, but it's loading sprites. Fewer characters standing on boxes. Ground, there's one. The ground is the one you're asking what the well, I know what a ground is. This is a material. I don't know what you mean by in cities. Again, you're repeating the same thing. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna give up on trying to continue, but. $85, come on, you can do it. This is one of those few actual loading bars that is actually relatively accurate in terms of percentage, because all it's doing is creating the sprites, so it knows how many it needs to create and it knows how many it's created, so it's gonna be actually relatively accurate in its percentages, which is awesome. One of the few times. Okay. Flipbooks, it works. Yay! Bottom center. Oh god, it has to do 936 flipbooks now. It's okay, computer, you can do it. Well, a computer can do it. It's come on, okay, Unreal, you can do it. I believe in you. I wonder if there's ever going to be a software that actually uses the resources more. Like at every click, it tries to use the most amount of resources it can just to do things faster. I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing. No, I'm not done with the environment, but I am working on a boss right now. The characters are more important when I have a good enough environment for testing. Because it can be in a blocks world and still be fun. All you can think of it is in the detail panel, lighting, unchecked again, the lighting is not a problem. Why do I feel like in today's been just been deja vu? The shadow's not the problem. The problem is the sprite looks like it's floating. Because it has to be. Because it's standing upright. And if the bottom is your hand, then it looks like you're standing on your hand. You don't look like you're standing on your feet. Which is what you get when you get a top down. It's okay. I know I said that's probably impossible. And I kind of meant it. I know the thought $100 is enticing, but don't try to strain yourself on that one, because I'm pretty sure it is impossible. Pink! Look at all this pink. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah. We got him. Key. Did I animate? Oh, not at all. I am not an animator. This is from Epic. This is the Paragon character. This guy's from Paragon. Yeah, you can get it for free. I'm just reusing him in, new and different place. Work butt. Work butt. Okay, that was C. Let's go to the next one. It reminds only is perceiving as floating because of the shadow. In the city. What? What does the city have to do with anything? Yeah, here. If you look at this leg, right? This is the rendered, obviously top down. Right, if you look at this leg, see, it's now next to this line. And when I move back, you see it's no longer next to the line. See? because that makes sense. That's the problem, right? Because it is standing up while the ground is flat, and so perspective-wise, it obviously is not on the ground. So obviously, it's going to move. And unless that problem is fixed, the shadows will never work. But the shadows can work. There's ways around it. I can cheat it. But it still doesn't fix that problem. It doesn't fix the problem of this is the closer to the ground than this. So, yeah. There's no solution to this problem. I think it's a dream. It's a dream. I can dream. Heck. There you go. Now he's gone. Boom. No, because I don't know how to make a city. What? What made you think? What? I don't know how to make a city. I mean, I know the basic concept of how to make a city, but like, I don't have the time to actually dive in and do it myself. That's too much work. Boom. I need to turn you on. What's the 213? Well, it's slightly shorter, so I guess I should, count my blessings in a sense. Slightly shorter. There you go. Looks good. Let's see the animation. Crap. He's putting his hands there, which means... I mean, it kind of fits still. It kind of fits still. Just barely. But, I mean, if it fits. It's like pretty much like almost a pixel exactly. I mean, I will time you out if you are just gonna be annoying. Lonnie, I'm gonna say it. If you're gonna intentionally be annoying, I'm just gonna time you out. Oh my god, we're just... Or just like 1 pixel away. Oh my god, it's actually... We don't have to make this bigger. Wait. No, still fine. Oh my god, we're actually gonna be fine. Oh my god, we're actually gonna be fine. This is less of a dance and more. I mean, it is less of a music and more of a cheer, but we'll find a use case for it. Is it rocking out? Okay. That looks good. So I guess we don't need to change that. D. Save. Go. Onwards to new renders and beyond. Check the pivot / origin in the source sprite asset. Move the pivot to the bottom of this. Mine's at the bottom center. All my pivots are the bottom center. Did you get that from ChatGPT? I feel like that's from ChatGPT. That's how I line all my stuff. $831. Yeah, this one's gonna need to be packed as well. Normal. Yes, you did. Yeah, I could tell. You, and now we're good here. Okay. Rename. We're on D. For D's nuts. Got him. Yes, I am too. God damn it. In this moment, I am like, I'm basically a 2-year-old. I'm sorry. I feel ashamed for even making that joke. I would ask for forgiveness, but I don't care to be forgiven, so I'm not even gonna ask for forgiveness. I will just say, got him. Look at that perfection. Oh, even like a pixel in as well. Now watch, there's gonna be a frame here that's not gonna work. Oh, oh my god, it was all perfect. It actually worked. It actually worked. Heck to the yes! I'm celebrating like him. I need to make him bigger. I mean, do 3D and everything would be golden. Build 3D. Is that the engine they used to make Well, no, hold on. Duke 3D. Was it Duke Nukem 3D? To be fair, I have not actually. I don't know if I've even seen Duke 3D. Have I seen Duke 3D? Duke 3D. I've never actually even seen Duke Nukem 3D. Yeah, I've only seen like the 2D ones, but I've never actually seen pictures of the 3D one. I guess it makes sense. They kept releasing Duke Nukem 3D. Man, look at those graphics. High quality graphics. Nice. I mean, to be fair, it's probably a whole lot better than Duke Nukem Forever, the final Duke Nukem game. God, I still remember Duke Nukem Forever was. I remember it was relatively early on in I think in college, maybe earlier. The Duke Forever came out, and I pirated it because I wanted to try it out because I had very limited money. I was like, if I'm gonna buy something, I need to try it out. And I just got like maybe like 2 hours into the game, and then I'm like, it's not even worth a pirated copy. Oh, it was definitely something up. It was definitely something else. Duke 3D wasn't 2D. What do I mean? It definitely doesn't look 2D. I mean, that very much looks like 3D. Still gonna use rows to confirm that I got everything correctly. Yep. Then go to packed. Do I play around with 3D software like character modeling? I mean, I use Maya at work, if that's what you mean. And I'm using Blender here. Again, if that's what you mean. So yeah, I know 3D software enough for me. I don't really do character stuff though. I'm definitely more focused on environments. Not so much characters. A buddy of mine is a fantastic animator. But yeah, it depends what you focus on. Have a good night, Zebra. Thanks, Tom. Bye. Hope you have a good one. Like ZBrush, I haven't touched ZBrush probably since like college. .3D level, 2D, yeah, 2.5D, you could say. You could call it 2.5D if you'd like. I wonder why it takes so long to do the packed version. It knows how many sprites are each thing. Theoretically, it could just do them quickly. I wonder why it takes longer. I'll never find out because that would involve Googling it. And I'm lazy. But I could grok it. Is that gonna be a new? Is that gonna be a thing? Are you gonna AI it? Because eventually that's gonna be a thing, right? People are just gonna use AI as like Google. And are people gonna say, "Are you gonna AI it? Are you gonna Chat GPT it?" I guess it depends which one they're gonna use. You're gonna grok it. Are you gonna Gemini it? It doesn't sound good, does it? And to be fair, people still use Photoshop as a verb, even when they don't use Photoshop, right? People are gonna say, people still say you're gonna Photoshop something, even if they use another piece of software. So I'm sure it'll eventually become something like that. Because there's a bunch of like brand names that you don't really think about, but are actually brand names, right? I don't say Bounty. Sorry, I don't say tissue paper. I say Bounty, which is the brand. I don't say tissue. I don't say Kleenex. No, not Kleenex. What's it called? Tissue paper. You say Kleenex. You know, stuff like that. I'm sure it's going to be the same thing with freaking Google, even when it's no longer going to be the dominant one. Q-tips is another one. Yeah, Q-tips is a brand. I don't know what the generic one's called. Yep. So most likely it's going to be like that once Google loses to the AI market or another. I mean, Google search has been pretty bad, you know, recently. By recently, I mean the past few years. So I'm sure eventually they will lose market share, and people will still probably still say Google. Yeah, Xerox and Band-Aid. Yep, those are other ones. Yep, those are Italian brands. Cotton bud? Yeah, no one's gonna call it that. It's a Q-tip. I mean, like, is there a word? I guess it's just photo editing. Are you going to image edit it? Right? I guess that would be the alternative to saying, like, to Photoshop something, right? Are you gonna image edit it? Which just sounds absolutely horrible coming out of my mouth. Or are you gonna edit it? I guess you just edit whatever it is. I mean, edit is doesn't necessarily mean Photoshop. Like that kind of controls. Basically, we need another bigger brand to eventually overtake it, and then we can just change the word. For example, I use Affinity Photo 2, and it's gonna be. Are you gonna photo it as direct? Are you gonna affinity it? Affinity it. Oh, that's try saying that 10 times fast. Affinity it. Hard to say once, let alone multiple times. We'll drop down when they try to integrate AI. You ask about rock types, and we'll be like, the rock is a wrestler. Well, the problem these days is just if I want to search for something, the thing that I search for is like the first, like that first proper link is like the last thing on the page, and then you have to scroll. Like, it's just a lot of extra bullshit that I don't care about, and I use ad blocker. Without ad blocker, it wouldn't be on the first page even. Which sucks. There was apparently I saw a headline that I didn't investigate further because I think I just saw it like when I was on the elevator or something. Hold on, let me just confirm this headline before I start talking about it. Yep. Okay, so I saw it correctly. A reopened lawsuit might make ad blockers illegal in Germany. So, if you're living in Germany, and this passes, it's going to be rough on the internet for you. You're going to install a few extra antiviruses. Or, I mean, I don't even know how. I mean, I guess to make it illegal, they would have to ban it on the ISP level. In which case, I don't think there's going to be. I mean, there'll probably be ways of getting around it somehow from other like third-party websites, but it's not going to be good. Maybe. I don't know how they would check. But yeah, this is crazy. Like, as much as I would love to say, hey, you guys should all watch ads because I'm here on YouTube and Twitch, you know, watch ads to so I can generate revenue. I know how annoying ads are, so it's like I can't bring myself to tell you guys that. Especially on certain websites, you can't visit without an ad blocker, or you're just gonna be bombarded with a page of ads and barely any of actual content. I was like that before they added AI and the cutting back of results because they think they were against copyrights. Germany is trying to tax the sun, rain, and air anyway. Wait, what? I mean, the whole AI on the search engine just doesn't make any sense because you're basically shooting yourself in the foot, right? The AI gets the information from the things in the search, so people don't go in the search. People that don't go in the search, the website eventually will die, and if the website dies, then the AI has nothing to get the information from, and it itself dies. So it's shooting itself in the foot. I don't know who thought that was going to be a great idea, that everyone's going to benefit from this. People are going to stop posting the information on wherever they were going to be posting it before, or visiting the websites. It's going to lose traction. It's going to go lower, and like, it's Yeah. It's not a great plan, I think. I fear there will be issues. I could be wrong, though. I very often am. Some might even say the majority of the time. They'd probably be right, to be fair. They don't care they're selling info and ads as long as they can get your attention and they make the money. Oh, yeah. Because if they basically make the big money right now, and when it dies out, they don't care. They moved on to something else. That's probably what it is. You know, they'll find something else. Very true. I know I'm not helping the situation. I ask Grok all the time for help with Unreal. Well, that's because I've given up trying to find the information myself through just Googling it. I don't know what black magic that it uses to find the information it does for my questions, but I can't find that information any other way, which is why I've resorted to using AI for it.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
There we go. Yeah, rock on. I don't know where I would use this, but yeah, so that's it. And make it so hard to use it. They push their next big thing. Yeah, maybe. I mean, in terms of Unreal documentation, if Unreal just piped out good documentation with a good search, nobody would use anything else. They would just go to it. Unreal just doesn't have good documentation for like nodes specifically. It has like some getting started stuff, but it never goes deep enough and explain things well enough that it's, in my opinion, not very useful. He's celebrating. Excuse me. Celebrating. Okay. So D is done. I'm gonna use the anim. If a player loses, I'll find another place to use it. I'll you know, if not, I have it. But I'll try to find another location. Because if the player loses, you're not gonna see it. I'd want to put it somewhere where the player can see it. Well, there's two animations left. Oh, this is a short one. 24 frames. Nice. After a drum solo? Yeah, maybe after a drum solo or some other situation where, you know, it's a timed thing. I don't know. I'll figure something out. So this is just like a nice little loop one. I like this. This is just a nice loop. We can use this in multiple places then. A loop is very good. We can use this definitely. You could use this and then do the other one, or vice versa. You can do the little cheering and then like start playing the drums, you know. We got use cases. Yeah. Looking good, looking good. E. Save. And render E. Should not take long. There it is. All done. There, that was E. Well, that was E with D. Now we need E with N, which out of context makes no sense. To be fair, in context probably doesn't make much sense either. Boom, 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 boom. Rename. E. I love Power Rename. It is so good. Generally speaking, the color here outline I think changes everywhere, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We can pretend. We can pretend it's all the same, and no one's gonna notice. So this needs to be rows again. I think this one is very short, so it is pretty quick. I messed up. How'd I mess up? That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Wait, what? 13, 26, 9, 2, 13. No, this should be here. What happened? $104 is 13. God damn it. It was supposed to be quick. It was supposed to be quick. How did I get messed up? Southwest ends at 26. West ends at 39. Wait, 24. 24. No, so that's correct. I'm just gonna rename and then we're just gonna do it again. I'm sure it's a. Oh, this. Hold on. The outline looks terrible. A darker outline. There we go. We got this. We got the time. By Rose. Ha. That. I mean, that is clearly the same. What? Why does it render out? I think what's happening is it's rendered out. Yeah, this last frame should not exist. It's exactly the same as the one before it. That's why. Well, so realistically what I should have done is here. Instead of having going to 24, Yeah, it should go to 23. I don't know why, though, it would still not line up, but... Well, it is what it is. I guess we'll fix this tomorrow. We'll re-render it tomorrow. It's fine. We'll finish up those, and then we can get them all in and start working on the next power-ups. Hell yeah. I'm already looking forward to it. We gotta work on... We need to put in one animation for the ability we did at the beginning. The one with the spinning music discs, basically. And then... Ooh, we could probably do an anime. You know what? We could probably do a little animation. I do a little animation when he goes to the center of the little drums, and then he can do whatever he was gonna do. I got ideas. Whether they're good or not, debatable. But I got ideas. But that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have fun. I'll be back tomorrow. Some more good old game dev, fun, chaos, all of the above. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Get some rest, get some sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.